Today, we're going to talk about a question that I hear all the time from my clients. Should I pay off my mortgage or should I invest? And this is a really important financial decision, especially in the wake of the COVID-19 pandemic, where we saw historically low interest rates. So many consumers were able to lock in a sub 3 or 4% 30-year mortgage, which has really changed the landscape of this conversation. But with that in mind, I'll give you a few things to consider when making that decision for you and your family. So first, something that's often overlooked is the tax benefit of having a mortgage. So the interest rate that you pay on your mortgage every month is a tax deductible expense. So that means it has the potential to lower your overall taxable income. By paying down your mortgage, this might be a benefit that you are foregoing. Another more obvious thing to consider is the investment landscape. So how much do you think you can make reasonably on your investments? And that, of course, depends on the type of investor that you are, and you'll want to compare that to your interest rate on your mortgage. So for example, say you have a 30-year mortgage locked in at about 3.5%. If your diversified portfolio, if you can expect to receive about 7 or so percent, that's a net gain of 3.5% every year on your investments, not counting for compound interest over time. So in that scenario, it might make sense to invest rather than put extra money towards your mortgage payment. Now, on the other hand, if you are a really conservative investor and you put all of your investments in cash or CDs or maybe a high yield savings account, the conversation might be a little bit different. In that case, it could make sense to put more towards your mortgage rather than investing those funds. And lastly, something that should never be overlooked is the emotional and the psychological component to being debt-free. For some, paying off their mortgage brings peace of mind, especially when entering retirement. So review this trade-off with your financial planner to see if paying off your mortgage might hinder other goals that could be equally as important to you, such as retiring early, having a certain amount of income in retirement, maybe saving for your college education, or traveling. It's important to look at what you might be giving up by ensuring that you are debt-free. So in conclusion, this is a highly personal decision. So be sure to assess your mortgage rate, consider the tax implications, and evaluate all available investment options. And don't forget to not overlook the emotional and psychological benefits of potentially paying off your mortgage. I highly recommend meeting with a financial planner who can tailor advice to your specific goals and help you figure out how to achieve as many of them as possible. And if paying off your mortgage is important to you, they can help you figure out how to do that as well. If you'd like to assess your personal situation, please give us a call today.